You know, it's great to have a cool looking website for your restaurant with some professional flair, something that loads fast. That's all great. But you shouldn't let the appearance of your website override the importance of the fact that the website has to bring in new customers to your restaurant every day. Now, with that in mind, if you're having your website redone or built for the first time this year, there are a few things that you actually have to have included in your website for it to actually work in 2019. And I'm going to go through 5 things in this video right now. Okay, number 1, mobile traffic is a real thing, so make sure your website is mobile responsive. Probably sounds obvious to a lot of you, but it's so overlooked out there, it's not even funny. This functionality is the absolute most critical aspect of your new website because the majority of your traffic is going to be from devices smaller than a desktop computer. You heard that right. Expect at least 60% of your traffic to be mobile. I would even go so far as to say it's going to be the most important aspect of your whole website. That's why you might have heard the term design mobile first. That's how important it is. Just think about it. I mean, what devices do you use when you do a search for anything? And if that answer is still unclear to you, just watch how many people grab for their phones and search, whether they're working for you or sitting in your restaurant. My local food clients that I do their websites for, they get at least 65% of their traffic from mobile devices. And I know because I go into their stats every week. If you think about it, mobile search is even more highly relevant to local business, in particular food businesses, because people are often searching for something when they're on the go, and they reach for their device to do that. It makes sense. Another aspect of mobile traffic is that Google will actually penalize your rankings if your website is not mobile responsive. So yeah, there's that to deal with too. If you don't have a mobile website, get on the phone to your web designer right now, because it's downright embarrassing. And by that I mean people are embarrassed for you. Okay, number 2, get your Google My Business listing claimed and updated. Google offers an incredible amount of exposure through these free listings, and it's there for the taking. It's free. But you should also know that if you don't take it, your customers and other people, like your enemies, will do it for you. And that means you are leaving them in control of your business information, your reviews, your hours, your everything. Now, granted, Google My Business is not actually part of your website, but the reason this is on the list is because GMB, Google My Business, extracts its listing information directly from your website. And then it adds a link directly back to your website. That's a lot of juice. You've got to understand, Google's doing you a favor when they do that. The power of Google My Business is tremendous right now, and it just lends so much weight to your restaurant search results that not having it, it's just negligent. It's like not offering your customers utensils when they order food. Is that how you run the rest of your business? No, of course not. Okay, number 3, Google Analytics. This is another free service offered by the search giant that shows you who is coming to your website, how did they get there, and what they do once they get there, and a lot more than that too. All your website has to do is add this little snippet of code to the HTML of your website, and that allows you to track, a boatload of information. Let me ask you something. In your restaurant, have you ever talked to your customers right at their table and found out something interesting about, how they discovered your restaurant, what they like about the food, who they know, what are they doing in the area, things like that? Of course you have. It happens all the time, because if people like your restaurant, they'll want to make a connection with you. As a former restaurant owner, I've been through this myself. But when you do talk to these people, isn't that information valuable to you? It offers you insights, right? Well, think of Google Analytics that way, in that you are gaining a massive amount of data about the types of people who are interested in your restaurant. And you can take that information and craft strategies around it, such as new menu items, new hours of operation, new advertising campaigns targeted to a specific audience. It really is compelling stuff that, again, it's just waiting for you, and it's a free service provided by Google. If you want to get more familiar with a lot of what Google Analytics has to offer, then check out Andy Crestodina's blog. He's a specialist in this kind of stuff, but prepare to have your jaw drop. Number 4, collect email subscribers. Now, you've seen this all over the interwebs, where once you've landed on a website, there's a little box that's asking you to sign up for an offer, a coupon, a special, newsletter, what have you. This is basically where email marketing starts. You submit to being on their list, and then you get some promotional information via your email inbox. Maybe this has made you wonder if you should do this for your restaurant as well. Yes, you should. If there is any marketing activity that a small business should be investing in, it is email marketing. The most cost-effective method of advertising, because you're sending promotions to people who have already asked you to do that very thing. Chances are they like you already and they want to buy more from you. That's what you call a warm audience. There is no other way to reach such a friendly consumer in large numbers. Okay, put it this way. Let's say you are a seafood restaurant. Would you rather sell a lobster tail dinner to a random group of 100 people, or a group of 100 people who have been to your website, they asked to be emailed promotions from you, and they obviously have an affinity for seafood? I'm gonna have to say the latter group. And get this, it's inexpensive to do because there are many third-party email marketing services. They're just crawling over each other wanting to do business with you. Check out services like Constant Contact, MailChimp, Aweber, and one of my favorites is GetResponse. You don't have to be technically inclined to set all this up either. All of these services have drag and drop builders on their platform. I've got another link on this video that shows you a bit more about how to set up email marketing for your restaurant. Okay, number 5. Blog posts on your website are an inexpensive and very effective way to rank your web pages higher than your competitor. Let's be clear here in that ranking higher means more sales for your restaurant. If that's what you want, then blogging is a truly magical way of earning more customers. Your website should facilitate blogging, and there is no better platform to do this on than WordPress. So talk to your website designer about that. WordPress is a website builder that started as a blogging platform, and now it basically rules the world when it comes to websites, having nearly 30% of all websites on the planet. The benefit of having a blog on your restaurant website is that you can easily add content about your business promotions, but also anything else as it relates to your products, services, staff, branding, even local community. All you need to do is get in the habit of taking a picture, adding a few hundred words of what's going on, and all the while talking about your business. You post content like this, and you will rank high because Google will do the rest for you. One of the reasons blogging will help your restaurant, diner, bakery, cafe, whatever, so much is that your competition will almost certainly not be doing this. However, Google loves blogs and loves content. Google recognizes that regular, fresh content added to your website is what will attract visitors and keep them coming back and stay on your website. This is a good thing because Google search ranks that kind of activity. What I have noticed about small business owners and my own clients is that they presume nobody will be interested in what they have to say, or it is boring to them because they do the same thing all day long. And this keeps them from committing to a blog schedule. The reality is that people, your potential customers, really do want to know. Treat these posts like social media by taking an action photo or a glamour food shot and writing up about. You're going to be surprised at how easy it is to write things about sourdough bread, mushroom varieties, slow roasting techniques, or if you're really not interested, let some of your younger staff have a turn at it. They may just be overflowing with ideas and be interested in writing opportunities. Now, the best way to get mileage out of these blog posts is to publish them on your blog first and then share them to your Facebook and Instagram profile. With Google Analytics installed, you'll be able to actually see the traffic these blog posts generate. Over time, the analytics will uncover keywords in these blogs that are performing very well for your website traffic. It really is a fascinating and profitable exercise that shows measurable results over time. It also represents challenges for your competition because they'll always be playing catch up to you because you have all this content and this ranking power, and it's going to be much more harder for them after you've already established yourself in the market. Okay, thanks for dropping by. This is Marty from InfoNickel Digital Marketing signing off. I'll see you next time. Ciao.